Hey y'all, here's how I got my spring masquerade look. And before you ask, why are you freehanding this? That's because my dog took my tape out of the room, and I don't know where he put it. But first I went in with the white face paint and just mapped out where I wanted it to go. And then after blocking my eyebrows, I went in with more white face paint just to get the base down. I wanted to put white down first to see if it would help prevent some of the colors from staining my face. And I would say it worked pretty well. When thinking of this look, I wanted to basically look like a watercolor paper towel. And so we started in with the pink. I did take all the colors that I was using and mix them with white first. So that way I would have like a pastel version of the colors. And so that's why the pink looks much lighter. After blending in the pink, this is where I messed up. I was like, I can just take all the colors and blend them. Don't do that. I made a gray mess, and that's when I was like, we're gonna have to change the look. I'm gonna have to stop. This looks ugly. A lot of self-doubt, basically. So don't do this step. I did clean up the lines as I went, just so that way I would be able to keep the shape that I originally wanted. And I think that helped me along the way. After getting a pep talk from my friends in my live, we decided to go back in with the colors individually and just blend them that way. This was definitely helpful, and my mood for this is definitely about to turn around. Now that this is moving in an upward direction, I basically do the same thing over and over again. I clean up the line and then I add some more colors. The reason why I'm using the back of tweezers instead of a paintbrush is because I'm lazy and my paintbrushes aren't clean, but also I feel like I get the most amount of color and I can control how much and how little face paint I put on my face. When it comes to blending, I do like to make sure that it's as seamless as possible. And so it does take me a little bit longer with this because I want to make sure it makes sense. But I probably could have stopped somewhere around here. Now that I'm happy with the shape and the blend, I'm basically just taking my ruler and straightening up the line and cleaning up the edges. After cleaning up the edges, I just went in with some translucent setting powder and set my face. I wanted to make sure that this didn't move at all because I knew that I was going to be working on top of it. I did get setting powder all over my pajamas, but that's okay because this thing did not move. Can we have a moment of silence for this shade match? It still, to this day, blows me away. I use the Pixie foundation in the shade Mocha. And I do think it helped pop the mask and pop the colors in the mask a little bit more. I do like using this one when it comes to just like my everyday makeup or when I need to get into like nitty gritty lines because I think it gets in there more effectively. Okay, that's pretty much it. After this, I'll be able to put the flowers on. Let me know if you guys want to see that part. But anywho, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you later. Bye!